Charlie Jones, hello. Prelit, hello. Richard. Silent Clown, 12. Hi. Comedy ain't no joke, Silent Clown. Oh, Prelit. I love my sister more than anything. The way she wears her knee-high socks makes... Dude, are we going back to the weird sister stuff? Look at my mangled thumb. Why? Why do I mess around with this? Feels like my thumb is getting more swollen. But I can use it, you know, I mean... Still stiff, but it's a thumb. Really, would you rather talk about vomit? No, I'd rather talk about neither. I mean, it's like, look, I've seen some weird things in my life, but I don't want to hear about your sister or her vomit. Like, don't you have anything, you know, in your life? Like, maybe you like comic books. Let's talk about the Joker. Another Joker than you, of course. I know, I knew your love was going higher and higher. Not that there's anybody watching this. I don't know why I do these things at this point. Philip Rochi, Richard, what's up, Philip? Mike, hello from the other side of the USA. What's going on, Mike? Ugh. Prelit, I have also weird obsession with serial killers. I have a lot of books about them. Why does that not surprise me? Philip, how you been, brother? You know, I was doing okay uh until I started cleaning out my refrigerator. It is such a mess in there. All my vegetables rotted while I was in the hospital, and I've just left them all this time because, you know, it's like when this wound here was open, I couldn't really mess with things. So, track one, or El Pizarro, dude! Track one, I am the son of Charles Manson. He was actually a great dad. They say Hitler was good to animals. What's your point? Philip Rochi, expired food. No, Philip, what it is that vegetables, particularly, I have just vegetables that I need to throw out, and it's a real pain in my neck. You know, I'm actually I have pieces of the dishwasher currently I have pieces of the refrigerator currently in the dishwasher. And when those come out and they get dried, I put them in there and I start stacking on them the food that I'm going to keep, and the food that I'm going to get rid of starts getting tossed away. Prelit, Charles Manson is not a serial killer. He never killed anyone. Matter of debate. Volperochi, and the bandage is off. Woohoo, yippee. Now, I mean, you look at the two thumbs. If your thumb was this swollen, you'd be on your way to the hospital. Or at least you would if you're smart. El Bizarro, Neal, everything in the fridge goes into trash. Soak drawers in sink with bleach. I'm running them through the dishwasher. Phil Brochi. Hi, El Pistafo and Mike. El Pistafo. Philip, Mike. Mike, hi. Phil L. Mike, what you do today? Sat in bed being depressed. I'm looking at my other channel here. Crea the Sea Monster, or Craw the Sea Monster. I'd rather be watching that. Tricky one. You got 8 watchers, but 7 are mods. Mods. I don't even have 7 mods. I think 3 of them are mods. Mattress from Ooh. El Bizarro, Neal, has your hair entered static zone? I slept with, I haven't combed my hair since I slept. Prelit, it's not for debate, Richard. If I tell you to go Mordor someone and you do this, it's not responsible for this but you. Charles Manson legally is not a serial killer, but he is responsible for multiple deaths. So, in a social conversation, you can include him. But I mean, Ed Gein, one of the most famous serial killers in the world, is technically not a serial killer, because he mostly dug up corpses. El Bizarro, we need Asian, ebony, gilf, hog, bang nurses. I think that's technically impossible, but okay. Mike, so Prelit, that would be saying Hitler wasn't a Mordor. Philip Rochi, who is the better comedian, Rodney Dangerfield or Jay Leno? I believe Jay Leno would be the more successful. But, technically speaking, Jay Leno is thought of as a talk show host first and a comedian second. Whereas Rodney Dangerfield, I believe, is thought of as a comedian first and an actor second. Carl Childs, FR, who's Granny hot? Okay, Prelit. He wasn't. He was a bad person, but not a killer. Okay, Prelit. I do believe Hitler, personally killed people in the First World War. He was a soldier, and he was on the battlefield. So, I can't be dead sure, but I do believe he is a killer. Killer means you take someone's life. That's all that means. But again, like, we're not in a courtroom, so courtroom definitions don't necessarily apply. Tricky one. I am sure you praise President Trump. No, no, I don't. That is general strife between El Pistafo, Mike, and I. Is they're both Trump supporters, and I'm not. But we get along. El Pistafo. Who would have thought that a 5'2", 325-pound bearded clam could ruin your life? Sounds sounds about right, actually. Those bearded clams, man. Mike, you think Dan Rickles was funny? I don't really remember Dan Rickles. Prelude, okay, but I mean about Holocaust. Um, mm, not dead sure. Mike, Don. El Bizafo. Don Rickles. Don Rickles. Mm. Tanel Ray, hello today topic, I'm sorry. Mm. Phil Perochi, Don Tickles. El Pistafo, bearded clam is vagina. Yes, bearded clams are dangerous. I mean, El, let's not forget that my sister's bearded clam has swallowed entire battleships. But I mean, the Bermuda Triangle became a legend because that bitch went on vacation. Tricky one. Any update on your stepmother? Dead. She's dead. Mary Mistrada. Hi, Richard. Hope you are well. You can look for yourself. It's still pretty gnarly. Phil Brochi. I mean Rickles. Mike, Richard, we get along because me and you know that life, left wing and right wing, belong to the same bird. Yeah, I mean, it's sad. I mean, I'm not an Elon Musk fan, but I'm not opposed to him starting a new party either. Phil Perochi, that's a great saying, Mike. Hmm. Carl Childers, what do you do? I'm a security officer. El Desafo, we get past politics because we would rather have each other. Hmm. Prelit, do you know Albert Fish, Richard? He was one of the greatest people. No, I'm not familiar with Albert Fish. I mean, I'm going to grant here that I'm currently sitting in a room surrounded by books that I really should be reading. With a few computers I should be refurbishing. Phil Barocci, would you rather have the mind of Einstein or the body of Arnold Schwarzenegger? I'm thinking mind of Einstein because Arnold, well, one, his body's kind of flabby right now. And two, it's his personality, his charisma that got him places. Carl Childs, what do you do to your thumb? It had an infection and it had to be cut out by the doctor. So what you're seeing is actually the incision, okay? That's the incision right there. And here and on the back here, that scar is where the Penrose device was inserted. So I had a big piece of plastic wrapped around my thumb. And the thumb is darker in color because the body has sent, workers essentially to repair the damage. So what you're basically looking at here is a biological traffic jam. Vic, flock of seagulls. And I ran so far away. Oh, Brochi, what's the oldest computer in your house? It doesn't have to be running, but what year would you say it's from? Um, oh dear. I mean, the oldest computer is the one right here. It's just a shell, and it would be 70s era. It's a IBM personal computer, and there's nothing in it. It's just an empty box. But the oldest working computer, I believe, would be early 2000s. Although I don't do anything with it. I mean, it just, so far as I'm aware, if I turned it on, it would work. Mike, Mary, hey, how are you doing? Vic, Act 2, Windows 2. Mary Mistrada, doing great, Mike. Hope you are happy. Mike, you got cable, Wi Fi, or wireless? Fred Chambers, I'm holding my comment. Here's the thing that pretty much only applies to Mike and Philip here. If I put something on my wish list that I eventually need to buy, you know, like what do I really do when I need to buy it? Do I just mention, hey guys, I'm going to buy this, it's coming off the wish list? Or because it's like sooner or later I'm going to need to buy a scanner and I'm going to need to buy a fitness tracker. Both of those are items that I think are too expensive for you folks anyway, but it's like eventually I need to buy a new phone and mine's pretty old. Should I put that on my wish list, or can you put a Verizon phone on your wish list? I don't know. Anyway, Phil Perochi, oh, I see. 70s is pretty cool. Wish I was alive to see that decade. No. It was a lot of drugs and, weird. El Pizarro, Neal, smelled fish, found a leaky like an inserted thumb, infect and amputate fellowed. Totally random, yo. Hair is wild today. Yeah, it does that. My hair has a mind of its own. I mean, I've got, like, dandruff or something right here and it won't come out. There it goes. Philip, I can't afford the big stuff, but I can try and help you with the little things here and there to support my bud. Yeah, again, Philip, never give me any money that would be unpleasant for you to. I mean, don't. I work, I have a job, I'm responsible for myself. It's always nice when I get things, but the point of me putting out 2 or 3 videos a day on more than one channel is to try and make money, not get people to give me money. It's like I know Mike has the money to do that, but it's like, it's anything you guys give me is a bonus. I don't expect anything from you guys. It's just be clear on that. That's not how it works. You guys don't owe me anything. Like, I don't know what you want on your wish list because other people suggest stuff to you to add, I think. You know, I've never really had a very clear, like, this is what I'm putting on there and why. So yeah, there's a lot of, like, suggestions that are on there. Although, recently I've discovered that there's what we call priority. And I think I can show. Let me see. List. Okay, so like there's the wish list, and like the first item I've actually listed is a fitness tracker because my fitness tracker was destroyed. So I don't have a functional one yet. And the second one is that scanner. Because these are 2 items I am going to buy probably within the next 60 days. Just because I have no choice. And if you look right under the item description and above the date, it says priority high. Okay? But you come down to like this all-in-one printer. Wish there was a way to enlarge this. It doesn't have a priority. All right, so you can list. I can go to add note here, and it says, add note needs, has, and priority. I can then change the priority from lowest, low, medium, high, and highest. All right. And I don't need it all in one, so I'm not going to change the priority there. But it's like, yeah. Like if you look, there's a lot of Epic Organic Protein Boost Trail Mix, 2 pounds. Cashews, almonds, pumpkin seeds, walnuts, and cranberries. Like that's something I would probably buy anyway because, I have a restricted diet because I'm a diabetic. You know, so it's like that's sort of the thing that does come about with this concept of a wish list is, like I don't expect people to buy me things from the wish list. It's just anything on there would be nice. But what does happen when there's something I want that I need on the wish list? You know, I don't know. I think the thing to do is just buy it, and then it comes off the wish list. Oh, where was I? Uh, Totally random. What's up, Pistafo? Adam S. Hey, Big Rich. Groom Blair. Hi, Rich. How are the flies? They're pretty much gone. Totally random. What bike is that? That's not a bike. That's a tree trunk. Carl Child. It's kick ass, at least, yeah, still have hair. Okay. Obrochi. Oh, speaking of things, did you get any more packages? Um, yeah, I have a bunch of. I think I made 2 or 3 videos, stuff you sent me, Mike or Philip. Like I remember it was the shorts, the plaque, that lamp. Thank you for those, by the way. Willis, Richard, Mike, what do you need the most, watch or printer? I don't need the printer. I need the watch. Don't have a watch, but it's like I say, there's a bunch of stuff at the top there, and there's a priority thing. But the printer, I mean, if somebody bought me the printer, I would no longer get the scanner because it's an all-in-one. And my printer scanner is what died, but I have a printer. In fact, I have a color laser printer, so it's good to have 2 printers in case one goes down and it's something you need to print, but I don't need a printer. It's just one of those things. Like, I have a place to put it if I were to get it, but that's just the thing. El Bizafo. I know what the stream needs. Bang nurses? Fred Chambers, the moment you all have been waiting for. Ice made a rain at MacArthur Park today, Mayor Karen. Totally random. Cookies. El Bizafo, massive British titties. That sounds like something I should Google. Let's see that. Go to images. Yes, indeed. I open this in new tab, see what I get. Ugh. Totally random. Why British? Why not British? Joshua Taft. Hey bro, good vibe lately. Want to give you a like. Thank you. Willis. Mr. Neal, did you get electrocuted today? Not today. Fulbrochi. I concur, El Pistafo. Yes. Hey Willis. El Pistafo. Yes indeed. John Marston. Look up John Minadio. He's my dad. Okay. El Pistafo. Let's all turn to our books. Philip, or Willis. Philip, what's your brother? What's up, brother? Zero sugar energy drink. Trying to get it started. John Merston, my dad's a public figure. Okay. He's famous on Twitter. Oh, well. Look up John Minadio. Look, John. If your father's famous on Twitter, he should be, looking me up and posting, this video. Other way. Everybody's awful. I think Rusty Dog scared of all the miles. Bill Brochi, is the fitness tracker a watch or a step counter? It's a smartwatch. I had a smartwatch, and when I was injured, when my hand was injured, I couldn't put it on because of the pain, and it got into my pants, and it didn't survive the wash. So, yes, I feel really stupid. El Pistafo, MILFs. Stupid autocorrect. Tammy 33, how's the hand doing? Well, you can see for yourself. It's still pretty gnarly. I mean, not as bad as it was. The real problem is right up here where that scar runs across the crease because it's healed tight. And it's going to take a while for that to go out. Totally random. Gay! Okay. It's okay if you're gay, totally random. Willis, what's the sound of being diabetic? Mostly peeing. Wonder Bucket, my autocorrect sucks too. Fulperochi, let's go to the Sturgis? What's the Sturgis? Willis sings. Tammy 33, I see it. Wonder Bucket, what happened? Did you box a wood chipper? You should see the wood chipper. Fulperochi, hello Tammy. El Pistafo, hello Tammy. Sturgis. City in South Dakota. Or a motorcycle rally. Tammy 33, hi Philip. Mike, that's the watch you want? It'll be there tomorrow. Thanks, bro. That's really nice of you. Wonder Bucket, didn't mean to sound like a troll. Was generally curious what happened to your hand. What happened, Wonder Bucket, is I got an infection. Started at right here and went all the way to my wrist. Okay, so my hand swelled up. So I went to the emergency room, and the doctor made an incision along here, okay, cut me from here to here, and drained the infection out. And then they kept me in the hospital until I had an operation where they had to insert what's called a Penrose device. So they inserted it through here, and it came out the other side, and that caused more bleeding. And then they wrapped it all up. In fact, I have a picture. You guys want to see what was in? This isn't. I'm not going to show you the gross one. I'll show you the not so gross one. All right. So yeah. Like you see that? That's my thumb. That's all the blood coming out of my thumb when I was in the hospital. You know, that's infected blood coming out. El Pistafo, Sergis is bike rally. Yes. Tammy33, hi Pistafo. Phil Brochi, I saw Sturgis on TV and it looked fun, but I don't have a motorcycle. Mike, you're the best, thank you. Yes, Mike is awesome, by the way. El Pistafo, Tammy, start bringing some girlfriends here. Tired of sword fight. Well, I mean, you know, a sausage party is still a party, L. Let's just remember that we're partying. So long as we clean up afterwards, doesn't matter how we party. Phil Brochi, what does the smartwatch monitor other than steps? Blood oxygen, heart rate, body temperature, I believe. I'm not sure. A couple of other bodily functions. It also has a light feature and can work as a camera shutter for my phone. Willis, Sergis is on my bucket list. I'll go at some point. Like to go at some point. Gone. Sup, bro? Wonder bucket. Whoa. Tammy33, Lemo Pistafo. El Pistafo, forget, please. I can't be trusted. Full Perochi, let's all plan to go to Sturgis. The nurse put her boob on your knee, right? No, on this finger. Hoss220, how did you injure your thumb? It was an infection. Dog cat bit me. It was awful. I can't be trusted. Willis, did they put you all the way out to put the pin in your thumb? It wasn't. It's Penrose device, not a pin. There's no pin in there. But yeah, they put me all the way out. Wonder Bucket, my brother once got a big splinter in his hand for a wooden kermit form. He woke up in the middle of the night and saw his veins were black up to his elbow. Ew. Phil Brochi, Mr. Fabulous. Whoa, that's a pretty cool sounding watch. That's what fitness tracker watches are now. Philip. The thing there being is that this is the watchiest version of a fitness tracker watch, and it's the Motorola. They're more durable. I mean, fitness trackers generally last about a year, but Motorola's last a lot longer. They're also more expensive. I mean, the Grumman versions are like, I mean, they can be like up to $500, and they tend to come with not only a watch, but there's a monitor you put around your chest, and it sits on your heart as you run. But it's just one of those things that it's a full-on smartwatch. It does everything a smartwatch does, but it has a device that reads your body. And I mean, like, you know, you look at things like your blood oxygen levels because you want to know. And anything they can get it to do, they will get it to do. Wonder Bucket. Brother want to hospital, and the doctor said that if he didn't wake up when he did, he probably would be dead next day. Yeah, that happens. Blood went toxic. Fred Chambers, I didn't watch some movies. Or I did watch some movies. Oh, it was awful. Boobies on finger go together. Yes. Daniel Berry Sports Highlights. Hey everyone, happy Thursday. Obrochi, ha 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 el. Willis. Pistofo, let me borrow your bike so I can go to Surgis. Obrochi, hi Daniel Berry Sports Highlights. I heard the blood oxygen level app on the Apple Watch is no longer available due to some legal issues. I didn't hear anything about that, but then I've never had a Apple device like that. I mean, like I've got a Generation 4 iPad sitting at my feet. And to be completely honest with you, it's such a bitch to use. Like the applications I use it for, they don't work anymore because it's a Generation 4. And it's not worth me buying a new one because they're not things that I need. Philip Rochi, have you ever had an Apple computer Macintosh? I currently have four working Macs. Plus number 5 is on the floor here. It's I don't know what's wrong with it. They're antiquated systems. They're very old, but I want to use them for my workstation 2. I have to clean up my workstation 2 and begin drafting again. And I'm hoping to do that soon, but I mean, depression. Philip Rochi, the original Macintosh. I worked on the Apple IIe originally, but then who didn't? Because they were in every school. And the little Mac was common at my school, but I never used it. Mike, Apple is light years ahead of Android. Again, Mike, I don't really need a flashy phone. And I don't, you know, like I have iPads. I don't use them because I don't have any use for them. And I mean, yeah, I could dig them out and hook them up to my laptops and use them as additional screens, but that's all I can really use them for. Like, I don't really have a lot of use for that type of hardware. And it's just one of those things, is like, yeah, a lot of my systems are old now, and they're aging and they're falling apart. Like my phone. I don't remember when I got it, but I can tell you I got it. Oh no, I got it a little before the pandemic, I think. And that was the thing, is that my phone, my old phone, which was a Samsung, and I still have it, it still works. It was having problems. So I went and I got a Motorola for the fact that it's just very durable. And I mean, it's like, I could get an iPhone, but why? I don't really use phones that much. My Motorola does everything I needed to do. If it broke down, I would be able to switch back to my Samsung, but, that's just, like, should I get an Apple phone? I don't have any real use for it, and they're expensive. Willis, how is that, Mike? I don't agree unless you have a bunch of Apple products. What can Apple do that Android can't? It was awful. Angry spitting bearded clams for 500, Alex. Phil Brochi, do you have a dash cam for your car, Richard? I'm thinking about getting one for protection. I would recommend it, although no, I don't have one. Again, my car is old, and it looks terrible. It's falling apart, but it doesn't break down on me, so I don't care. But if I didn't have higher priorities, I would have a dash cam installed. Fred Chambers, I'm going on a coffee break. Cool. Chance Coddle, are you live streaming on your Motorola? Yes, I am. In fact, if I got another phone, the Motorola would basically stay in this room right where it is, and I'd use it for live streaming, basically speaking. Ask, what do you drive? I drive a 2011 Honda Civic. Phil Brochi, what are some pet peeves you have on the road? Dicks who won't let you in. Willis, come on, Richard, sell me that Civic for $3,100 bills. It was awful. Dash cams just tell cops what you did. To be honest with you, L, if I had a dash cam, it would have saved me like $3,000 in the last 5 years. It was awful. Willis, dash cams can save your ass. I have one in the front and back. Yeah, I want one in the front and back. Phil El Pizzafo. Feel bearded clams distract while slamming. Ask. Oh, cool. Phil Brochi, I look into the Wolfbox 90 and it looks pretty good. El Pizzafo. Claiming stupid autocorrect. Phil Perochi is laughing at El Pistafo. She's shucking the clam, she's shucking the clam. Kelsey, hi. Oh, did you pick an odd time to show up? We were having very strange conversations about, yes. Mike is entertained. Well, that's good. Oh, full Perochi. All the leaves are brown, and the sky is gray, and the sky is gray. I've been for a walk on a winter's day. Kelsey, uh-oh. Phil Perochi, oh dear God. El Pistafo, Kelsey. Is this a man convo? Do I need to see myself out? No. Kelsey, in my family, no topic is taboo, alright? So, my sister actually told me about the sexual acts that my brother-in-law requested that she refused to do. Okay? And mind you, we were not in the house. We were walking. I was walking my sister, and she told me what he wanted that she wouldn't do. And well, might get demonetized if I mention them. Willis, finally a woman show up at the Sausage Fest. Yeah. Phil Perochi, it's about to get rated R, lol. Oh, when Mr. Fabulous is concerned, it's always rated R. It was awful. Every time we talk women's, Kelsey shows up. Well, you speak of the devil. Phil Perochi, El Pistafo! Kelsey, at El Pistafo. Willis, women's. Kelsey, oh boy. Oh, woman. El Pistafo! Bearded clam, Kelsey. Kelsey, well, now I want to know what it is. Well, apparently my brother-in-law has a particular fixation with the back door. And, my sister has hemorrhoids. Bad hemorrhoids. So, it really complicates things in that department. Full Perochi, I'm sorry, Mr. Griffin. No. Mr. Griffin, that's not a growth. That's your penis. Oh. And the, testicles. Oh. Kelsey, oh, yeah. Why would you tell your brother that? I mean, why? Saren S. Hey, Richard. El Bizzafo. You have won, Kelsey. Phil Perochi. Oh, dear God. Kelsey. That's a no-go. Yeah! But why would you talk about it? Why would I need to know? I mean, it's like, let's just think about this. You realize that if she said yes, she'd be in the doctor's office in a week with an infection and inflamed hemorrhoids. Like Ring of Fire here. Philip Rochi, I like the O noises from Peter Griffin impersonation low. Ow. And the, ow. Yeah. VM, hey fellas, what's up, VM? Mike, Kelsey has chesticles? Well, you gotta love chesticles. Spandonia Adams, what up, Iron Third Legs? Willis, Mike, El Bizzafo, Kelsey, eject from chat. No chat spotted. Spandonia, party hard, guys. Let's go bless up everyone. Kelsey, Mike, like I'm a dude. Phil Perochi, VM, Kelsey, why am I a dude? I don't know. Spandoni Adams, throw your hands and their leg in the hair and dance. VM, hey Philip, Mike. No, it means you're the only woman here. Kelsey, oh got it. Alright. Saren S, for hemorrhoids, take a lot of fiber like spinach. The thing there, Saren, is that she was a real McDonald's addict, which caused constipation. And that's why I was walking her. I was literally walking her like a dog. And every now and again, she would just start running because walking moves the bowels. So, it's just one of those things. Steve Smith, why is it when the brown eye winks, the whole room stinks? Phil Brochi, I heard a wild fact that men can lactate in certain cases. Yes. Yes, men can lactate in certain cases. It's one of the biggest dangers of you taking weird supplements at the gym. It's one of those things. If people try to pump you full of stuff to enhance your performance, it can actually make you lactate. VM, what did you have for dinner tonight, Richard or Neil? Quesadilla? Willis, I'm almost 40 and I still try to figure out what a woman wants in the back door they never ask. Ew. Mike, Philip, what? Yeah. Men have mammary glands. We can lactate. There are actually some cases where a man lactates simply because a baby is around him. It's possible. It's very rare. Spinoni Adams, third leg up for bad readers. Party hard, guys. Hope everyone having a good night. Bless up. Let's go X run hard, go hard, bonus, and wiggle. El Bizzafo, Kelsey, take your top off. Let those chesticles breathe. Kind of a hollow question there, given that we wouldn't be able to see the chesticles there. Phil Brochi, right, Mike, blew my mind. Kelsey, El Bizzafo, sir, I'm a lady. Spandoni Adams, Bill the Thrill was up, buddy. Let's go. Phil Perochi, what's up, Spandonia? RTRT, howdy there. Fred Chambers, I need a vacation. Any ideas? How about a staycation? You just stay home and don't stress. El Bizzafo, Kelsey, I know I just want an excess for you to take your top off. RTRT, Richard, do you get milky? No. Phil Brochi, El Bizzafo, haha, Mike. Imagine how many subscribers you'd get if you start lactating on live. Kelsey, Exactly, Richard. I don't even know what she's exactlying me to at this point. Phil Perochi, Mike, you guys are killing me. You're killing me, Smalls. You're killing me, Smalls. Spendoni Adams, not much flexing on the hour of fiction. 3:38 a.m. here in Farton, Briscato, Ontario. I always keep my third leg twirling. Well, if you poke it, it'll get infected. Phil Brochi, Kelsey, what state do you live in? Kelsey, oh my god, please don't lactate. Spendoni Adams, busting or lactating in it. Just hard guys, let's go. If I lactated, I would probably use it as coffee creamer. Let's be honest here. El Bizarro, first to hit ceiling wins. Oh, I won a long time ago. VM, Rusty still a no-show. Didn't catch the last couple streams because of time zone differences from vacation. Yeah, we don't know what happened to him. Phil Perochi, 2 to 3 hour stream, please. Well, Mike paid for it. RTRT, lactation. Mike, this is why I come here. These conversations never disappoint. Phil Perochi, we haven't seen old Rusty in a week. Yeah, I know. Fred Chambers, I thought about going to see my sister, but they never come to see me. Kelsey, Phil Perochi, I am in one of those southeast states. El Bizarro, Mike, Phil Perochi, has anybody flashed you before Richard? Yes. Happens all the time. I mean, I was at the homeless shelter once, and some chick literally pulled down her pants and showed me her business. But you know what? The club, like, women kind of nipple at you. But it's hard to know if they're nippling at you or just nippling in general, because it's the club, you know what I mean? Spendoni Adams, I love going to Clayton, New York, and busting my jeans. Phil Brochi, oh, okay, Kelsey. VM, doggone it. Spendonia said hi. Kelsey, yikes. Phil Brochi, what body part did you see? A vagina? Beautifully shaved, I might add. Beautifully shaved. Willis, Pistofel says the rusty pup died in Poontang accident. Why do these conversations always get so nasty? El Pistofel, Kelsey, is that top coming off? Spendoni Adams, right, homeless or tight homeless? Not sure what you mean. RTRT, did you enjoy the homeless woman's business? You lose your job for that, so no. Phil Perochi, hope Rusty Dog is okay. Yeah, let's all pray for Rusty. Kelsey, oh my lord. Fred Chambers, what do you think about a 3-day cruise boat? I think it's a giant petri dish. But, you know, Kelsey, everyone's got one, so at a certain point you just gotta live with that. I mean, someone could tap dance naked on a table in front of me. It wouldn't bother me any. Spendoni Adam, she cleaned her little buzzard cap. Okay. Kelsey, El Pistofo, you are wild. Yes, he is. Phil Brochi, Richard, you killed me when you stared into the camera after reading the body parts did you see? VM, are you still thinking of doing a set at a comedy club, Neal? Yeah, I mean, I have one picked out. It's a matter of feeling like doing it and then paying them. Tammy, 33, pissed off. Kelsey, Philip Hirochi, right, ha ha ha, eye contact. El Pistofo, thanks, Kelsey. Kelsey, wait, everyone has what? Well, everyone has one. You know? Some people actually have more than one. Phil Perochi, we have two women in the chat. Kevin Gooney. Richard, did you stick a fork in a socket? No. El Pistofo, Tabby 33. Spondoni Adams, you could always tap dance while twisting one off. That sounds dangerous. Willis, sounds like Kelsey needs to get Some tap shoes? Kelsey, I ain't tapper. I ain't a tapper. El Pistafo, yeah, women just add bacon. Spondoni Adams, did you get the fleas out of the house? Her you keep picking. What? Obrochi, what sounds have you heard coming from various rooms at the homeless shelter? What sounds haven't I heard coming from? I mean, look, at the first homeless shelter, it was a permanent structure. So I heard a lot of weird. But then it was like you have to bang on the door, be like, male staff, be like, stop banging each other in here. What's wrong with you? At the other one, I mean, you weren't allowed inside the dorm rooms unless you were invited by their native staff. So, I mean, because I was working security. RTRT, don't comedians usually get paid for their sets, not paying to do them? As a comedian, you generally start with what's called an open mic, and it's something either you pay for or you don't. So there's a club in Hollywood that you pay by the minute, and you can like get discovered there. But it's the Hollywood Comedy Club. They have to invite you. You don't just you don't apply for them. They invite you. So that's kind of how that works. Tammy33, not pissed off, pistafo. El pistafo, I always plan on tap dancing in a small cell. Philip is laughing. Mike, homeless shelter have rooms. I thought it was one big room where everyone sleeps. Mike, homeless shelters are very widely varied. There are some that are just basically houses, some that are apartment structures, some that used to be hotels. What you're talking about is New Image in Hollywood. And yeah, it's a warehouse for human beings. People sleep on cots. The one I worked at was like 2 blocks away from New Image, and it had dorms. 4 to a room, bunk beds. Then the one I worked at in Anaheim, there were bungalows that were temporarily set up, and they had individual cubicles that people called their own. Willis, pay by the minute, lol, what the hell? Yeah, it's like $1 a minute. Phil Perochi, if you dated Richard, would the first date be, and what are something you would do with her or place to take her to? Oh. El Bizzafo, I used to charge by the pound. Tammy33, Le Mo Pistafo. Fred Chambers, I think it go on 3-day cruise by myself. Stephanie Ann. New here, what job are you talking about? I'm a security officer. And I was talking about when I worked with the homeless for 6 years. 4 years in Hollywood and 2 years in Anaheim. And Stephanie, since you're new here, you should have a look at my gnarled thumb. There it is. Yes, it's gnarled and it's my thumb. Tammy33, well, Stephanie, stick around. Yeah. I'm told that this is a hilarious. It's just hilarious, the thing that we talk about here. Well, Brochi, we're all crazy here, Stephanie. El Pistafo, Stephanie, take your top off. You know, El, it kind of would be better if, like we were on live chat or something. Like if we could see the women who were taking their top off. Kevin Gooney, oh, it hailed well. Hailed well. Yeah, hailed well. Mike, we are a dysfunctional family. All families are dysfunctional. To some degree. Philip Perochi, I am dying. Stephanie Ann, what did you do to your thumb? And I'm a pass on that. Phil Perochi, the Addams family, snap. Yeah, Stephanie, I had a really bad infection, and I went to the emergency room, and the doctor had to cut me open. So what you're looking at is the incision. Okay, it runs from here to down here. See? And it's healing up. It'll be fine. Tammy33, Lemo, Stephanie, me too. El Pizarro, please send all nude pics to Ice Station Zebra, P.O. Box 381. This house doesn't burn down slowly. To ashes, and I'm never changing who I am. Phil Perochi, look how swollen the thumb is compared to the other one. Yeah, I mean, it's about twice the size. Yeah, ever witness an OD, Neil? Oh, dear God. Oh, so many ODs. I mean, look, at the homeless shelter, I've called 911 more than 400 times. And most of those were for overdoses. So, yeah. I wanted to get trained in Narcan, but that was never considered necessary because the other staff were Narcaners. And, like, there were people that carried Narcan pouches wherever they went. So it was some nasty stuff. But yeah, I mean, look, at both of the shelters I worked at, there is a memorial to the people that have died while living there. Well, Brochi, can you make a video review of the new watch you are going to get, please? Yes, I will definitely do that. RTRT, one of Neil's cats bit Richard's finger and he got an infection. Yes. That was awful. Women are always on the defensive. Rape prevention class. I have never had a rape prevention class, but dealt with a lot of victims in my life. Phil Perochi, what are 5 times you would want to have 5 items you would want to have in a zombie apocalypse breakout? A katana, a solar power generator, medkit, I guess. I don't know. Stephanie Ann. Been there, done that, but thankfully mine stayed open and didn't need to be lanced open. Just needed some antibiotics. Glad it's healing. My dad's medic and federal security, he keeps Narcan on him too. I know keep Narcan on me as well. Yeah, Steph, you see, I'm a diabetic. So my immune system is apparently quite weak. Phil Barochi, I wasn't expecting to hear a katana. Why not? A katana's great for a zombie apocalypse. If you have a real one, I mean, they slice right through zombies. VM, what's your dream car, Neil? I don't have a dream car. I mean, I used to say a Mercedes Goldwing, but I mean, I wouldn't be able to afford to maintain a Mercedes Goldwing. And then I would never drive that to my work. So it's like, my Honda is an old piece of crap, but, that's because I work at a place where it's going to get dinged up and it doesn't bother me. El Bizarro, Neil, what's the official count on women in this stream? I think 3. Mike, in a zombie apocalypse, I'm just going to dress up like a zombie to fit in. It'll work. Tabby33, Pistafo! Is Mary still out there? Hey, Mary, you still here? El Pistafo is laughing. So, Phil Perochi, Tammy33, Kelsey, and Stephanie. Just a hooligan, hello and goodbye. Phil Perochi, oh, and Mary, if Mary's still here. Kevin Goody, maybe a truck, lots of gas, bulletproof windows, a lot of guns, and food. Tabby33, I think him as a very happy and nice. Darkstar, if a zombie bites you, you turn into a zombie, but what if you bite the zombie first? You turn into a zombie. It's kind of how that works. But the question being, what happens if a zombie bites a vampire? Or what if a zombie bites my sister? Like, Darkstar, you become the laughing stock of the zombie community. VM, you ever crash out at a kid or teenager, Neil? You ever crashed out at a kid or teenager, Neil? I don't know what you mean, VM. Ed Bizoffle, Tammy33, why do you like I missed it? Stephanie Ann, a mix I don't want to experience. Kevin Goody, speaking of zombies, who's seen 28 years after? I heard it was whack. I think Bone Temple is going to be whack. Tammy33, you do remember me, though, right? I've been in your chats for a long time, Rich. Yeah, Tammy. I mean, you're here a lot. Phil Perochi, World War Z with Brad Pitt. RTRT, crash out means to lose your temper. Yeah, rarely. Look, normally speaking, the only thing that will get me to lose my temper is when you endanger my men, the people I work with. I'm very protective of my fellow officers, but one of the things people said about me is I'm very patient. VM, got angry or upset at a kid or teenager, maybe yelled at them or berated them. Yeah, I would say I've done that once or twice, but I don't really remember any instances. Phil Brochi, would you ever hit your children, Rich? No. Hitting your children, well, if they're doing something dangerous and I need to get their attention very quickly, maybe, so there are situations where, it's life or limb, but I mean, look, my mother spanked people. Mike, 99 cents. Hot dog. Hot doggy dog. Carl Childers. Do you carry at work? If so, what? No, I do not. Phil Brochi, did your parents hit you? My mom hit me. A lot. That's how she was raised. My father never hit me because he knew he never could. Because at 11 years old, I was as tall as he was. He knew that argument would not go well. Stephanie Ann, you definitely have to be patient working with the homeless and people in active addiction. It's not an easy job. I tip my hat to you, yeah. Mike, hot dog for the diabetes. Diabetes. RTRT, Richard, I thought you didn't like to be called Rich. Don't terribly care for it. Tammy33, I got the belt. Not nice. Yeah, look, my mother had anger problems, and she had difficulty controlling herself. Okay? And, I mean, that's why she married a dysfunctional pile of crap like my old man. And we just have to remember that, people are human, people grew up at a different time. I mean, one of the things about people who are abused is they tend to find relationships where they get abused. And the reason for that is they think it's just normal. Full Brochi, I heard in the 60s they had a paddle in the principal's office. Yeah, there were places that had a paddle in the principal's office in the 90s. We used to see that on the news, Like, children would come home and they'd have bruises on their butt, and it's like, what the hell? RT, I got the belt as well, sometimes the buckle. Kevin Gooney, I got the boot. Huge unit, do you get off on spanking? No. Tammy33, I had the same. VM, some of these kids are punks nowadays. You gotta to be the one to tell them how it really is if their parents aren't doing the job. VM, my brother was the kind of person that nothing short of physical violence would get him to understand. My father was the same way. I just don't deal with those people anymore. El Pisafo, raising my hand, steering conversation back to angry bearded clams. Ugh. Stephanie Ann, my parents never really hit me except to smack my hand away from dangerous things. I was a pretty good kid and they wanted to break the cycle. Carl Childers, yeah, people stopped hitting me at 11 and was a very imposing child. Phil Brochi, do you have more patience towards disorderly people at the club or people who are going through mental ill health crises at homeless shelter? You tended to have a higher level of patience for the mentally ill. Although, to be completely honest with you, I think if you're going to a club, you're more likely to be mentally ill. Tammy33, it depends on how you handle it. Phil Brochi, sorry, Al, we can go back to clams. Tammy33, I never hit my kids. Well, that's good. It is awful. All bearded clams need to be handled differently. Yes. Mike, my wife likes to be spanked. Phil Brochi, Mike and L laughing. Now, okay, Mike. Good to know. Before the pandemic, I had this one friend. She was a writer, or aspiring writer. And, we always made jokes about her liking to be spanked. I don't think she's talking to me now because we're on different sides of the political spectrum. Anyway. Tabby33, I made me even rebel more. Congestion. Phil Brochi, when you got hit by your mom and dad, Tammy. That was awful. Almost made an ex-bearded clam into a cripple. That doesn't sound good. VM, don't tell me she's a MAGA clown. Well, she's definitely MAGA. Tammy33, yes, my dad. RT, Rich is... No, I am not MAGA. I am definitely middle ground. I am pro-Israel, I am pro-Ukraine. Kevin Gooney, did you get to try the Kit Kat cereal yet? No. Phil Brochi, oh, I see. Mike, you ever spank a woman, Richard? No. Not my thing. It's like, what's the point of spanking? It's like, oh, I'm touching your butt. Like, rather handle the boobs, really. Phil Barochi, have you ever sunk out of your house when you were younger? Must have been easier before all the cameras were... Philip, when would I have needed to sneak out of my house? I didn't have parents after the age of 10. I could have just walked out of my house. No one would have stopped me. Tammy33, lol, Mike, VM, where did you get that impression, RT, lol? El Bizafo, freedom of Ukraine, bearded clams. RT, I'm only pro my own nation. Well, RT, there are some people that believe that Lady Liberty's light burns for all humankind, not just America. BM, Neal detests Trump. Well, yes. RTRT VM, he has a Trump look about him. Well, RTRT, that's really a biased opinion, isn't it? Judging people by their appearance? You know, if there's one thing I've learned not to do working with the homeless, it's judge people by the way they look. Everyone's a human, everyone has their own mind. Obrochi, was your neighborhood more dangerous in the 90s and early 2000s? We got robbed twice. My neighborhood is terrible now. El Pisafo, a bearded clam walked into a bar. Somebody bought it a drink. Dorty Dennis, when do we get a day in the life of Richard? Why would you want that? Christopher Lawson, why do they turn on the air conditioning at the hospital to keep the vegetables fresh? Tammy33, back in the day I liked riding my big wheel and playing outside. El Pizzafo, a bearded, stupid autocorrect. Mike, Tammy, where you from? El Pizzafo, it was parched. Philip Rochi, Clover update. Apparently he had a plumber over today, or yesterday. RTRT, I mean as in you're both redheads. It's blood blonde, dude. Tammy33, Christopher to keep the germs low. Philip Rochi, Clover got no bearded clams. Clover came over one day and asked me to call a gay bar. And he hangs out with the kind of people who you don't leave your drink unattended with. So I'm pretty sure he's gay, or at least bisexual. VM, was your pops diabetic? Yes, my father was diabetic. And I believe that he either lost a foot to diabetes or would have lost a foot had he lived longer. Phil Brochi, can I see the lamp in action if it's close to you? Don't want to make you get up. I haven't plugged it in yet. It's still, I unpacked it and I put it together, but I haven't put batteries in it or anything. I'm debating where I'm gonna put it. Bob Willington, hey, you look exotic and spicy, and are you related to Pocahontas? You have an indigenous-looking face. Bob, get your eyes checked. Phil Brochi, what? El Pitafo, probably missing a kidney. Now, Clover wakes up face down in the river with his butt bleeding. Tammy33, Mike, I don't know what a big wheel is. It's a tricycle. Carl Child, he's been Kobe'd at least once. Tammy33, you don't autocorrect. Mike, no, what's it? Carl Child, Cosbead. Okay. Literal trash, looking good, Rich. Tharkatham, Tammy33, look it up. El Pistafo, Mike, it's a three-wheeled trike for kids. Okay, just to be clear here, Clover has been Cosby'd many times. It's like the first time that happened, if you go out drinking with the same guys, you like it, right? Phil Barochi, hope you liked the lamp. I thought it was cool because it resembled the USS Enterprise A. It's the original Enterprise, noted by the distinctive radar dish, or deflector dish, as it's called. Yeah, holy cannoli, he lost a foot. Wasn't he on top of his medication? He had an infection in his leg that the diabetes apparently made worse. I don't know if he lost the foot, but amputation was on the table. Bob Wilmington, are you related to Squatano? You have beautiful Indian look, very nice, much love. Uzbekistan. I look Irish. Literal trash. I'm ready for the mod spot, Brody. I'm a run a tight ship on Mamas. I have enough mods. I mean, I think the next one I might mod up VM. RTRT, do you ever lay shirtless on your back, slapping your belly while you giggle to yourself? No? Stephanie Ann, I'm indigenous. You could have a bit of indigenous in you. Funny enough, Cherokee especially don't look like that stereotypical people have in their minds. Well, I've been genetically tested and I have no indigenous American in me. Phil Perochi, what are 3 things you should never ask a woman? What's that smell? How many children do you have? And how much do you weigh? VM, Stephanie, where are you from? El Bizafo, your age, do you suck, and what's your income? Yes. Phil Perochi is laughing. Stephanie Ann, VM, Michigan. I don't know XD. Nothing beats a Jet 2 holiday. Like, age, weight, and is that growth? Phil Perochi, VM, and Tabby33. Bob Willington. You do not look Irish. Irish have tan skin and dark hair color. You have more Pocahontas American look. Very nice. No, Irish do not have tan skin. We're very white. Literal trash, but I said on mamas. RTRT, I'm next in line for the mothership. Mod me up, Richard. I'm really for the blue. VM, whoa, that you for considering me, Neil. It means a lot. Well, Willis would also actually be a pretty good mod, because he's got that crown. Phil Perochi, what are 3 things you should ask a woman? Do you always look this good? Because damn. Is that your sister? And, how did you pick out that outfit? It looks so good on you. Cajun Wizard, what's up, Richard? Not much. El Bizafo, do you spit? Can we cuddle and want to drive? Kevin Goody, Richard, you look like a substitute teacher that the kids would throw paper airplanes at when you turn around to wire on the chalkboard. After I pick them out of my teeth. Phil Brochi, Rusty Dog, we miss you. Stephanie Ann, Irish are indeed pale. Lol, I tell people my dad's printer ink ran out and on me because he's dark but I'm pale of due to the Irish in me. Lamo. Yeah. Of course, I know 2 Ashkenazi women and they're pale as Irish. Or one of them's half Irish, so. Kevin Goody, Rusty Dog. Bob Wilmington. In my country, we have no Pocahontas. If you come Uzbekistan, we think you look like Pocahontas. Very nice, very exotic. Tammy33, going to start content at some point. Obrochi, my mom took the DNA test and we always thought she had more Irish blood than anything, but it came back as more British than anything. Yeah. I mean, same with me. I'm like 2% actual Irish, and the rest of my Irishness is British. But the Brits, they all look like each other, and they're all dicks. RTRT, VM and Willis will have to wait now. In my time, it's to be true. El Bizafo, keep it fun and simple, Tammy33. Mike. Hell, you almost hit Richard Gag Reflex with that comment. Little trash. You know what, Richard? Now that they mention it, you definitely look Indian. Indian. Phil Brochi, how old are you, Stephanie? El Pistafo, Mike! Phil Brochi, oh wait, that's one of the things I'm not supposed to ask. Tammy, do you have a... El Pistafo, Philip! Bob Willington, British is very nice. Exotic island, tropical getaway. In Britain, women have beautiful teeth. In China, bad teeth. Stephanie Ann, Philip, 26 or 27, truly can't remember right now. A TBI will do that to you. I didn't mind if people asked my age. I just can't promise I'd get it correct, lame-o. Cajun Wizard, anyone ever tell you you look like Chris Farley? Only all the damn time. Tammy33, sorry, my text cut me short. I want to ask, how long have you been online? About an hour and a half. Phil Brochi, what is TBI? I don't know. Oh, traumatic brain injury. Yeah. What happens if you look at my sister? Phil Perochi, $9.99. Mr. Griffin, that's not a growth. That's your penis. Ow. And the testicles. Ow. El Bizarro, traumatic brain injury. El Bizarro, Stephanie, I'm not a gynecologist, but I'll take a look. Phil Perochi, oh whoa, Steph, that's crazy. Tammy33, I mean on YouTube. Been on YouTube for about an hour and a half. I have a friend, was faculty at my college, who had a traumatic brain injury from a car accident. And she's like, well, how long does it last? I said, it can last for decades. Yeah, do you think your mom would have thrown you a bar mitzvah had she lived longer? It's really hard to say. My mother was sick my entire life. Like, they found the cancer when I was born. So, I mean, she sure of hell would have tried. But whether or not she would have had the energy, I don't know. Philip Perochi, traumatic brain injury sounds rough. El Pistafo, neither. She's asking channel creation date. I couldn't tell you. I forget. I think I started making YouTube videos in 2010. RTRT, are British really dicks? I'm British and I'm the nicest and most pleasant person in the chat. RTRT, the more noble British are very isolationist in nature. And that's kind of, I mean, it's like, the British used to really hate the Irish. But, I mean, they're really closely related, so, you know. Stephanie Ann, Philip more annoying than anything. I'm only just getting clearance to work, and it's light work. I have to work from home. There's no time limit. Unfortunately, get worse before it gets better. Yeah, Stephanie, you're gonna get a lot of sleep, and that's don't worry. That's normal, and it's a good thing. I mean, it's going to take some time for those brain cells to come back. Make sure you keep your diet good. You know, try to get a lot of antioxidants. Try to get a lot of vegetables in there. Probably take a multivitamin, and make sure you stay hydrated. You know. Tammy33, okay, have to make it specifically on YouTube. Like I say, I think I started making YouTube content in 2010. Oh, so long ago. Phil Perochi, what was the most mentally exhausting aspect of your previous job working at the homeless shelter? Suicide watch. Well, dealing with management was the worst part. But suicide watch was really tough. I mean, you generally, because you can't leave, you got to watch them. And it's like every time they go to the bathroom, it's like, are they coming back, you know? Tammy33, YT Pistafel, or TY Pistafel. RDRT, the more noble are you saying I'm not of a upper class? I'm saying you're not stuck up. It is awful. Stephanie, I can be trusted. Stephanie Ann, thank you, Philip. I'm on a few meds that help with migraines. I have post concussive syndrome, so constantly dealing with concussion symptoms daily. Like he said, exhausted, lol. Yeah, I had the same thing. Um, when I was a child, my brother smashed my head into a concrete floor. Had headaches for 20 years. It is awful. RTRT, you're a chimney sweep. Phil Perochi, Suicide Watch, Jesus Christ. Man, you've probably seen some things. Yeah, seen some things. Dairy bullets. God bless you, Richard. May the ground that you walk on quake as you pass. Phil Brochi, I take Zoloft for my anxiety. Stephanie, men's help. Hope is awful. Stray needle makes your mom quake. RTRT, it is awful. That may be true, but I didn't think it would come across in text. VM, who is the worst team member you had at the homeless shelter? What was something they did? Oh, God. There was this guy named Kevin. And he had a master's degree, so they made him a manager. And he was the over manager's boyfriend. So those two dudes, I mean, it's like Kevin, he had an open ass policy. So constantly that ass was just staring at everyone. Like 6 inches of crack easily. But he thought that punishing the homeless was what was good for them. So he treated everyone like crap. Really made the place miserable. Willis, are headaches a sign of something more serious? I get them often. Stress, maybe. They can be. I mean, the first thing you worry about with headaches, Willis, is are you hydrated enough? Are you getting enough sleep? Beyond that, I mean, make sure you have a big glass of water with every meal and start taking multivitamins. If you still have headaches after a week, you should consult your doctor. Okay? If they're so severe, like you're having trouble seeing or driving, consult your doctor right away. Fulperochi, did your sister take any meds, Richard? How about your brother? My brother was on a list of medications as long as my arm. My sister never discussed that with me. Cajun Wizard, tomorrow I'm going to buy a new DVD at Blockbuster. If my luck is, I will also find a yo-yo. RDRT, indeed, Neil. I am not stuck up. I am extremely humble. In fact, I truly bright soul. Phil Brochi, what was the something that makes you laugh when you look back at homeless shelter? I'm not a guy that laughs a lot, Philip. Stephanie Ann, Philip sadly can't take that due to other problems for the TBI. I'm on Inderol as a preventative and phenogram as a rescue med. I am looking for ketamine therapy, though it really helped me in hospital. Oh, Brochi, oh, I see, Steph. What hope the round meds help you out. Didn't one of your neighbors have plumber's crack? Yes, he did. He was an old man who ran around with his butt hanging out. And I even bought him shirts that would cover it, and he wouldn't wear them. And his wife was pissed. But, Stephanie, one thing you might want to look into is calcium pyruvate, which is an over-the-counter supplement that has anti-inflammatory properties. Calcium pyruvate breaks down directly into triphosphates in the body, which is the body's energy currency. Okay? So, bodybuilders take pyruvate in order to reduce recovery time. Now, I would recommend before you try that, talk to your doctor. Obviously, talk to your doctor. But the best thing you can do for yourself when you have a traumatic brain injury is, keep your intake healthy. VM, what was the first job you had? Did you have any job while you were in high school or college? I started as a security officer 2 weeks before graduating high school. Cajun Wizard, bite size, stray bullets. Yo, Richard, did you ever do it with one of the homeless chicks? No. Stephanie Ann, Philip, thank you. My biggest thing is remembering to take them, but they help when I do. Lol. I have alarm apps to help me remember. Yeah, some people do that. Stray bullets. Damn, you're smart as hell. Are you a doctor? No, I am a security guard. Philip Rochi, where are the cats? In the other room. El Pistafo, bite size! This house doesn't burn down slowly. To ashes, to ashes. Willis, here, kitty, kitty, kitty. Stephanie Ann, I'll definitely look into calcium pyruvate. Just calcium isn't going to do anything. I do my best to eat healthy. It's definitely hard when I can barely get out of bed certain days. I definitely drink more water than I should, at least. Lol. Yeah. Cajun Wizard, what's the closest thing to a steroid if I want to get jacked? Depends on what you define as close to a steroid. Like I say, my understanding is that creatine is an excellent supplement, but, okay, you want to take that in your bulking, not your cutting phase. Again, calcium pyruvate is for muscle recovery. It all, it all depends on what it is you're doing. But it's like, Cajun Wizard, the question always being, what is it you're trying to do? And just look into that, because what works for someone else might not work for you. I mean, like, Philip should definitely be taking a joint complex, because what he does breaks down his joints. And he will have pain if he doesn't. Kevin Goody. Richard, you look a lot like the fat guy in the movie Mo Money, the movie with the Wayans brothers in it. Well, how nice of you to say I look like a fat guy. Full Broachy, I was just about to say this house doesn't burn down slowly. Yes. Full Broachy, creatine made me gain a lot of weight, but I felt strong. Yes. Creatine, Philip, causes the body to store water. In fact, you should know if you're taking creatine, you're more likely to overheat. You'll notice that when you're at the gym, you won't sweat as much. So like I say, like bodybuilders tend to have a bulking and cutting phase. Creatine is excellent for the bulking phase because it makes you swole. But it's bad for the cutting phase because it makes you retain water. El Pistafo. Kajun, any street physician can help you. Stephanie Ann. Definitely creatine is what I heard as well. I don't know if it works for brain injury. Kevin Goody, did anyone ever pull out a weapon on you while on duty? Yes. It's happened to once or twice, but most of the time, it's just never been that. I mean, like, no one ever seriously put me in danger while holding a weapon. And it was awful. Neal almost went all Yoda there. Listen, you must. Mike, I'm gonna head out before my wife wakes up and jump on her menstrual cycle, runs my ass over. Alrighty, Mike. Kevin Goody, good luck, Mike. Carl Childs, Godspeed, Mike. Tammy33, Lamo, Mike. Philip Rochi, good night, Mike. May the force be with you. Stephanie Ann, oh no, I was talking about bulking. Lol. Yeah. Like I say, Stephanie, for you, it's calcium pyruvate, which would break down into pyruvic acid in the body. But you need to be careful about what you take. You need to talk to your doctor first. Full Prochi, I need joint supplements. Yes. I would if you have a Costco membership, I would recommend joint juice because it's easier for the body to absorb. And I mean, you don't need to take it every day. You need to take it like once a week or whenever you feel the pain, whichever comes first. El Bizuffle, Tammy the bearded clam, Mike, spray with butter and hot sauce. Phil Barochi, whoa, that was a good Yoda. Mathematics, I am currently enjoying a chill moment with a glizzy, no worries on my mind, just pure relaxation in the comfort of my bathroom wearing my birthday suit. Gay you sound. Fulbrochi, oh dear God, mathematics is here, lol. Cajun Wizard, I'm trying to look like a baby Hulk bro. Well, you need surgery for that. El Bizarro, mathematics is being probed. Cajun Wizard, Glizzy is crazy work. Fulbrochi, can you do a Chewbacca Rich? I don't think so. Stephanie Ann, don't worry, I'm running everything by him. He's been my saving grace. There's no sending me to the brain specialists U of M plays C, so I'm hoping to get more in-depth care. Carl Chubbs, I always thought mathematics was gay. I'm pretty sure he is. Mathematics, I'm currently enjoying a chill movement in... Yes. Mathematics, you're having your hand. Everybody's awful. Carl, he is. Mathematics, I'm all oiled up. Be there soon, my man. Carl Child, I always thought mathematics was gay. You didn't know mathematics was gay? Everybody's awful. Carl, he is. Oh. The roof is on fire. We don't need no water. Let the mother burn. Burn, mother, burn. Beer, beer. Come on, party people. Beer, beer. Wave your hands in the air. Beer, beer. Come on, party people. Beer, beer. Wave them like you don't care. Oh. Carl Childs, I mean like the class. Well, Birchie, do you have a bench press? Philip, I do not use the bench press for bench pressing. I use a power cage or a squat bench. And the reason is that the squat bench, you don't need a spotter. Willis, Richard hates mathematics. Mr. Fabulous loves math. Oh, Mr. Fabulous loves everyone, Willis. What you talking about? El Pistafo, Neil needs a reloading press. 5.56. Tammy33, El, where you live? Fulbrochi, oh, squat cage. Is that the best? Yeah. It's officially known as the power cage. Cajun Wizard, how old are you? I'm 45. El Pistafo, Buffalo, New York. Stephanie Ann Willis, I'm with Richard. My traumatic brain injury made me forget most mathematics, and I can't be bothered to learn more than the basics. If that's an issue for you, Stephanie, particularly because you're younger, I can recommend some books that you should look into. They specifically deal with the neurology of mathematics, so that would be helpful. But if it's not a major concern, I'm not going to bring it. I'm not going to go into that. Phil Brochi, does Mr. Fabulous like yoga poses? Oh, he does. Mr. Fabulous can look at parts of his body that other people can't see. Fulperochi, Tammy33, come visit me. I have bacon. Tammy33, New York, really? Fulperochi, I feel like Mr. Fabulous would have a perm. Perm? Well, yes, a perm would be fabulous, yes. It is awful, yep. NY, NUS, or NYS. Tammy33, I don't like bacon. Lowell, Philip, or Willis. Pistafo is NYPD. Liz laughing. Cajun Wizard, I think I was making love, but she said I was tickling her. What does that mean, bro? It means that you have a very unique schwanz. Stephanie Ann, I wouldn't mind checking out the book if you got a name. I'll see if they have audio version. No, they don't. Typically speaking, it's the Navy's book on mathematics. I mean, it's exercise. The exercises in the book you go over every day, and it teaches you how to do equations in your head. Is the point. But like it's Navy basic math. I have 2 copies of it somewhere. Phil Barochi, Mr. Fabulous probably likes play Twister. Depending on who I'm playing Twister with, Philip. Gone. Sup, bro, remember me? I think you've only been in the chat once. El Bizarro, it means she wants to try your brother. What? Tammy33, you're not far, Lamo L. El Bizarro, yay. Phil Tammy33, meet up with El Pistafo, Cajun Wizard. Bite size, yes, yes. El Bizarro, Chica Chica, how, Bow Bow. Bow Bow? That was Wow Wow. Bow, chick, bow, chicka, bow, now, bow, chick, bow, chicka, bow, now. Oh, Broachy, Stephanie, for more context, Mr. Fabulous is a character he does lol. Willis, what would you do for a Klondike bar? Well, what would you do, Philip? Or Willis, what would you do? What would you do for a Klondike bar? Willis, what would you do for a Klondike bar? Dima, hello, Richard. El Pistafo, Tammy33, you check out my channel. Carl Childs, about to have a live stream, Chad Baby getting mad. Kevin Gooney, what do you talk about, Willis? What you talking about, Willis? Phil Broachy, how many licks to get to the center of a, I can't remember the name. Tootsie Pop. Stephanie Ann, okay, makes sense. What if I wouldn't have an audio version? I'm gonna head out. I'm finally getting tired when it's 4:30 a.m. I have a good night. You see, like a good dude. Stay safe. Hope to see you again, Stephanie. Tell me how you're doing. Invisible. I do some sketchy-ish for coffee. I do some sketchy-if when I don't get my coffee. Tammy33, how do you do the usual I can't click your name and it takes me to it? Invisible. Bye, Stephanie. Willis. 1, 2, 3. 3 licks to get to the center of a Tootsie Pop. Phil Barchi. Like, subscribe, and hit the bell notification, everyone. You know, I was watching Jurassic Park before this. Carl Childs. I'm cracked out on coffee, RN, honestly. Oh, Broachy, feel better soon. Background picture? It's actually a tree trunk. Cajun Wizard. I almost got second place at the Mississippi farting contest, but they decided points because I shared the third round. Started the third round. Okay. El Pistafo, just put El Pistafo in YouTube search. Obrochi, Jurassic Park 1, have you ref the novels as well? I've only read the first novel. Anastasia Zekowiska. Hello, Richard. Have a nice day. Phil Barucci, Tammy33, El Pistafo is a stud. Cajun ha ha ha. Willis, think that the first picture I've seen in real color on your monitor. El Pistafo, Philip. Anastasia. How are you today? I'm hanging in there. Bandages off the thumb. You can all see how ugly it is. Philip Rochi, I like Newman in Jurassic Park. Newman? Eh. Okay, my phone is starting to have issues, guys, so we are going to have to keep this to 2 hours. Got about 9 minutes left. Phone is starting to time out. I don't know what it's doing, but it's... Willis, what are you doing after stream? More videos? I gotta clean out my refrigerator, really. Koporochi. Zinowaskas. Polish? Anastasia. How feel your cat? Yes, I'm from Poland. El Bizavo. Neal, phone has been hijacked by cats. It's just old. Koporochi. When will the packages videos be uploaded? I don't know. I think I still have to render them, so it may be a couple of days. Phil Brochi, cool Anastasia. I mean, you have to understand that every now and again I swap out the card. Like here's one of the cards from my camera, and it's 64 gigabytes, right? And then when I swap it out, I have to back it up. And after I back it up, I label all the videos. And I mean, it's like, my rendering computer is in my car right now. So there's a good window between when I film a video and when I actually post a video. Ugh. Okay, what happened? All right, so that's not good. Oh. Trying to do things with my busted thumb. There we go. All right, so that was unpleasant. Loperochi, good old SD card, yeah. El Pistafo, Germany like Poland in 1939. So if you start feeling lightheaded as a diabetic, is your sugar too high or too low? Too low. I mean, it's one of those things that they did tell me at the hospital, is there's a danger of my blood sugar going too low. El Pistafo, depends, Willis, suck or chew. Tammy33, Willis, it depends. El Pistafo, Neal, blink twice if you're in danger. Felprochi, looking for joint medication pills. Like I say, Phil, the first thing you should do is try the liquid. They used to, I don't know if they still do, they used to have joint juice at Costco. And that was a berry flavored dietary supplement. But because it was a liquid, it was easy to absorb. And it's easier for your kidneys. Carl Childs, Poland kind of rules right now, does it? El Bizarro, Philip, 2 pills tried together. Phil Perochi, any negative interactions with my SSRI medication? Not that I'm aware of. You're talking about a dietary supplement that is things that are already recycled by the body. So you shouldn't have any problems there. I mean, I would still always recommend you talk to your doctor about it, but, I've never had a doctor say that you shouldn't get joint complexes. I mean, you can go to the veterinarian and get a prescription for your dog for a joint complex, but not for a human for some reason. Bill Barucci, oh, okay, Rich. Thank you. Like I say, I mean, the liquid is easier to manage, and if you're using protein powder, you might want to mix it in that. El Bizarro, Interpol says I can be trusted with kittens, titties, and chocolate. Oborochi, phlegm in the throat, yeah. Something to do with the illness. I have diabetes. Where was I? Phil Barochi, dang, I don't think I can sleep when you get off. Philip, are you taking a multivitamin? Because that's the first reason you would be having sleep problems. It is awful. Mr. Fabulous likes something else in the throat. Jeff, how are you doing, buddy? I'm alright. Carl Childs, I can't. Fred Chambers, have you been thinking about the 24-hour stream? Not really. It is awful. Carl Willis, I only ask because I swear if I like diabetic, sometimes get random, lightheaded, sometimes for some sugar, I guess. Phil Perochi, I was yawning but had to stop and laugh. Phil Perochi, I take a certain men's vitamins every day. Centrum, huh? I don't know if it's better than Costco. Phil Barochi, I always feel asleep at 3 a.m., 4 a.m. It is awful. Willis, go to a doctor. Tammy, get blood work done, Willis. Phil Perochi, how much do you weigh, Willis? Scott Plus, my grandmother is in thermally all with cancer. I think she has 3 months. Well, that's sad. Willis, about 185 pounds, 6'2". Elbizalva Willis, if it's terminal, please send all of your cash to Ice Station Zebra at P.O. Box 381. Alright, guys, we've been here for about 2 hours, and as I said, my camera is not feeling well. So, it's about time. My thumb is starting to hurt more and more. I don't know if it's because I'm using it or... Anyway. So yeah, final comments time. Let's get this done. El Pistafo. Good night, Mookie. Carl Childs. I don't like the doctor anymore. He always says he's surprised I'm this healthy. Oh, Broachy. Good night, Neil. Thank you for the 2-hour goodness. Scott Plus. Good night, dude. Full Broachy. Good night, everyone. All right. El Pistafo. Thumb hurts from beating bearded clams. All right. I just got a message. I'll talk to you folks later. I'm Richard.